Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you for your patience. We will be getting started momentarily. We are so thrilled that all of you are able to join us this morning. My name is Nicole. You have probably gotten numerous emails from me throughout the duration of Teach for LA. I just want to remind you all at the closure of this morning's presentation, don't forget to submit your name for the raffle winnings. And with that, I will pass it to your facilitator for this morning, Teresita.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me this morning for going over the career pathways to explore all the 15 industry sectors and career education career pathways. So welcome, everyone, and I hope that you will find some interesting different career pathways that you would like to apply into your careers that you are interested or have background experiences. Some of you are probably new students that wanted to be going into teaching, into any aspects of educations, including from pre-K to adult or older adult, being a teachers. So we are diving into the career technical education, career pathways to see what interests you the most. And I will go over the different 15 industry sectors into our presentation this morning. So welcome again, and I hope that you will walk out away and see what other alternative careers that's right for you. So go ahead and change. Let me see. Okay, our norm of this morning is that this is a recorded event, so please remain muted and please share your questions or comments in the chat by putting 2 questions in front of your questions. Thank you. All right, our objective this morning is that this is a career introduction to career technical education. We look at the industry sectors, we explore pathways within each industry sectors and provide you some of the alternatives for getting skills and certifications. Okay, so by exploring our career options in technical education, being a 21st century learner, we wanted to you to become sharing your creativity, critical thinkers, your academics, your background experience in this career that you could teach to students in any of the 15 industry sectors. Okay, so introducing to career technical education, and then we will look at all the different career pathways that adult education can offer to students. So go ahead and click for. And here.
The supervising special. Hi, my name is Renata Medina. I'm the supervising special education assistant for Los Angeles Unified School District's Division of Special Ed Operations. Los Angeles Unified School District supports over 83,000 students with special education needs and services. In order to provide supports to this large number of students, not only do we have our certificated staff, but we also employ our paraprofessional staff. One of the positions is the special education trainee. They're providing services to this directly to students under the direction of certificated staff. So they'll be either working in a classroom program, or they may be working with an individual student with behavior or an individual student because of health. They could go class to class with students. They could support a student that's in a gen ed class who needs some specific supports within that general ed class.
My name is Adriana Acosta, and I'm a special education assistant. I've been a special ed assistant for 15 years now, and I was a trainee for three or 4 years.
My name is Carmen Boer, and I've been with LAUSD for 13 years now. I started off as a trainee, and I realized that it would be something that I would like to do as a career. I don't see it as a job, I see it as a career. I just knew in my heart that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a difference.
Typical day for me, I ride the bus with the kids in the morning, so it starts at 7 a.m. and I just assist the kids on the bus and help with any behavioral issues they might have, and then helping them throughout their day. We have our instructional time. I assist them sitting down with their whatever our daily lesson is. I help them with that. Basically, it's just helping them to be able to sit and have some instruction.
The child depends on you, their safety. They need you for feeding, for toileting, for transportation, out in the yard. A lot of times you need to administer first aid. You have to have first aid, CPR, because you might run into a situation where a child needs immediate attention. You have no time to seek for help, so you need to be be quick. And the main thing that people need when they're working with children in general, you need to have a lot of common sense and be able to handle any emergency or any sudden unexpected situation.
A lot of the times they come to school not feeling well, so you have to give them a hug and kind of just like soothe them and help them throughout the day. Whatever, it's just basically whatever they need to get through the day. The greatest challenges is for me, it's when the kids can't express to us what is wrong. A lot of our kids don't have very much language, so they might come in and run into and hide in the cubby and not sit down, and it's really frustrating because they might kick you or scratch you or pull you, and they can't communicate to you what it is. Like maybe their stomach hurts, but they can't tell you, and sometimes it is very frustrating when they're not having a good day. The best advice I got was be flexible and just go with the flow.
The best part for me is to go home at the end of the day knowing that I made a difference in my student's life. The best memory that I have would be a success story that that I have with a student who is currently culminating this year. He's graduating from 5th grade. He started in the severe autistic program and now has fully mainstreamed into general ed. For the past 3 years he's been on his own. Sorry, I just get sad because I know he's leaving, but you know, it's not gonna be the end of my friendship with him, but sharing that with him and his mom and his family, it's gonna probably be the ultimate for me.
What I would say to someone who's interested in this job is that you have to 100% love kids, and you have to get on their level and play with them and paint with them, and you're gonna get dirty and you're gonna have you might get kicked and scratched, but at the end of the day it's very rewarding.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I believe that the link that you received, it should be, I think it went to a different link, but that's one part of the career education for childcare as one of the pathways. Feel free to look at it individually on your own time on the link that introduce you with the different careers and training that Los Angeles Unified School District offer, and other districts that you might be interested. There's many different ways in getting your options of career pathway that you could select and share to students as well. So a definition of the purpose of career CTE. CTE stands for the Career and Technical Educations that offers program to students with to have them ready during the workforce through practical skills. They can have skill development, workforce readiness, and career pathways. And so the benefits of CTE students and communities is that you can students can take classes and improve their employabilities. They can have a higher earnings. They can learn the essential soft skills development and have a community workforce benefits. Okay, current trends and growth in CTE is always increase in enrollments. Technology integration in the classroom when you're teaching, you always have these upgrade industry sectors and technologies to be in the same current trends, what the industry sectors in the private industry sectors, what are some of the technologies that they're using, and that focuses also on apprenticeships as well, if anyone interested into that pathways and careers for students. Okay, so is teaching career technical education right for you? I know in high school, or if you've taken CTE classes in high school, you can see that it is a hands-on skills classes, that hands-on training for you. And so it is important that taking CTE classes is you give that advancement instead of just taking academic classes. So if it's you have a lot of knowledge that you'd like to share to students and share that successful career that you have in you, you can always use that in your career if you decided to teach in any of these industry pathways and industry sectors. So CTE is a vocational or trade education. It is very different from the academic teachers where you have to teach the academic teaching credentials with multiple subjects. This is a little bit more different. So go ahead and next slide. Let's see. So nationally, CTE is prepared up to 16 industry sector that each state uses. But in here at the California state, we have 15 industry sectors with the different pathways within the industry sectors, which is we are going to go over them in a few advanced future to look at on the slides that what we're looking at. Go ahead. So here are the 15 industry sectors, careers, and their symbols. Go ahead. So I put them all in the list instead of the symbols. And so the first industry sectors is the agriculture and natural resources. The second one is arts, media, and entertainment. Third is building and construction trades. Fourth is the business and finance. Fifth is education, child development, and family services. Six is the energy, environment, and utilities. Seven, engineering and agriculture. Eight, fashion and interior design. Nine, health, science, and medical technology. 10, hospitality, tourism, and recreation. 11, information and communication technologies. 12, manufacturing and product development. 13, marketing, sales, and service. 14, public services. 15, transportation. So any of you that might have like a part-time job maybe working into Starbucks, that must be lended to public services, as an example. So let's explore and discuss the detail of each career pathways. Go ahead. But before that, California Department of Education has a large focus on C.T.E programs, and this is the ultimate goal for C.T.E is to have a strong career-ready workforce for our economic in the world, and of course in our nation. Go ahead. So to meet these goals, the California has devoted a C.T.E model curriculum standard that certifies students across the state all learn the same information no matter where you go to school. So in these pathway specific standards, all C.T.E program must meet California standards for career ready practice. So students, when they're learning in the classroom environments across the board, that you will align and share those standards for career ready practice. And again, to any of the industry sectors and pathways, there are 8 career and technical student organization, stands for the acronym CTSO. One of them is the Business Professional of America, BPA. The second one is DECA, formerly Distributed Education Clubs of America. 3, Family, Career, and Communication Leaders of America. 4th is the Future Business Leaders of America, FBLA. The 5th is HOSA, Future Health Professional. 6th is National FFA Organization. 7 is the Skills USA. The 8 is Technology Student Association. What these do is in these clubs of co-curricular is that it's connected to what you're teaching that will enhance their education and build them to have future leadership as well as being productive citizens when they join the workforce. So let's dive into the 15 industry sectors and pathways. Again, that's just the symbols and futures of the industry sectors and the pathways. So the first one is the industry sector of agriculture and natural resources. These pathways, they are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 pathways. So when you're teaching and you have all these backgrounds and it kind of connection to maybe other pathways or industry sectors, that when you're getting your credential that you can have maybe 2 industry sector that related to your credential, and you can teach those pathways. And so the first pathways in agriculture and natural resources is agriculture business. What does that mean to you? Agriculture business is that students learn about agriculture, business operation and management for that pathways. So the second one is the agriculture mechanics. That pathway prefers students for career related to construction, operation, and maintenance and equipment used by the agriculture industry. The agri-science is that it's require a broad understanding of variety of agriculture areas, develop awareness of many careers and opportunities in that occupation. So when you're teaching, maybe in any of the industry sector that you're going to be interested, you can select to one of these pathways and then concentrate on that, which is, I will give you an example, maybe in business management in a few. Okay, so the animal science pathway is that you study large and small and specialty in animals. And this pathway in the animal science, maybe you want to become a sample of occupation is veterinarian technician, animal caretaker, animal breeders. And oops, hold on, go back, sorry. And the forestry and natural resources, that one is about student understand the relationship between California and natural resources and the environment. So I'm kind of like giving you a little bit of what is those pathways all about. So the ornamental horticulture, a student can prepare themselves for careers in the nursery, landscaping, and floral industry. The last one is plant and soil science. Students learn about soil management, water pests and equipment, as well as cultural and harvest practices. Go ahead and change the industry sector. Thank you. And the next slide is second industry is arts, media, and entertainment. There are about 4 pathways about design, visual, media arts, performing arts, production, and managerial arts, and game design and integration. Third one is building and construction trades. There are about 4 pathways in here. If you're interested in becoming building and construction, you can teach these pathways. The first one is cabinetry, millwork and woodworking, engineering and heavy construction. Third one, mechanical system installation and repair, residential and commercial construction. Go ahead. So here is business and finance. There are 3 business pathways here. One of them, for example, this is what I thought in my career. I have 2 industry sector pathways, business and finance and marketing sales. And I focus on the business management because each school, wherever you go, they have a pathways, maybe 1 or 2 or multiple pathways. So based on your industry sectors credential, you can teach and whatever that are more interest in you or the school that want to offer, that's what you're going to teach in that school that you or career that you selected. So go ahead on the next one. So I'm going to go over my pathway in business management pathway. And these pathways, just giving you an example that I taught, management consists of planning, leading, controlling, and organization of effort to accomplish of a goal. So this pathway, they learn about entrepreneurship, business fundamental, goal setting, and I taught the I'll go over in the next slide, but simple sample of occupation on these industry sectors in this pathway is human resource specialist. They could go into education administrator, purchasing agent, office manager, or become a chief financial officer. Go ahead. So for example, on my pathway in the business management, if you look in here on the last column, and roles and the business management. For example, maybe 3 years that you can teach this. You can teach the introduction in the first year for computer operation. And then you can teach computer operation 2. And then it goes by introductory, concentrator, and capstone. So you have to offer each of these in each column based on what the needs. And I taught the computer operation 3. And then you can also offer Microsoft Office Specialist, which is Microsoft Word, where student can get certification, including Microsoft Office Excel, and they can get certified, and those certification, they can use it when they go to a job and get hired faster than the regular future candidate that will like to have that position in any industry sector. And then I had used the DECA, the Distributive Education Clubs of America. What I did for them is I had them do a competition in the classroom, and then from there they would expand and compete with other students in other schools. And sometimes I have partner with other organization where they can earn the real money and they can compete. One student that I have made a competition and introduced his business idea. He presented and then he won, and he won $10,000 to $15,000 for just one summer, and he was excited to just have a startup on his business. And he uses those skills and leadership to go beyond and go to a 4-year college university to go to his future goals. And so you can make a difference and have that whatever your knowledge and skills to every students that you might encounter, and share your knowledge. Next. Okay, so in the fifth industry sector is called in education, child development, and family services. On this pathway, there are 4 pathways. One is child development, second, consumer services, education, family and human services. I'm going over just the pathways, and then maybe later, if we have more time, I can pick and choose to see if any one of you interested in any of the pathways, and then I can go deeper on explaining on what is that pathways all about and what are some of the sample occupation associated with that pathways. Okay, so in the number 6 is energy, environment, and utilities. This is the 6th industry sector, which is 3 pathways. One is the environmental resources, energy and power technology, and third is telecommunication. And number 7 is the engineering and architecture. If you're interested in these pathways, the first one is architectural designs, second, engineering technology, engineering design, environmental engineering. And number 8, the fashion and interior design. There's 3 pathways. One is the fashion design and merchandising. Second is the interior design. And 3, personal services. And number 9 is, believe it or not, health, science, and medical technology, I believe, is the most popular in the industry sectors. There's 1 pathways, which is the biotechnology. 2 is the patient care. 3rd, healthcare administrative services. 4th, healthcare operational support services. 5th, public and community health. And the last one, mental and behavioral health. Okay, and number 10, hospitality, tourism, and recreation. There are 3 pathways: food science, dietetics, and nutrition, food service and hospitality. 3rd one, hospitality, tourism, and recreation. Okay, and the information, number 11 on the industry sector is information and communication technologies. Here, there are 4 pathways in here: information support and services, networking, software system development, games, and simulation. Before I move on, are there any questions? Okay, go ahead. All right, so maybe later on we'll probably will ask you a question on the industry sector to quiz you, so maybe we pay attention. Number 12, manufacturing and product development. There are 4 pathways here. One is graphic production technologies. Number 2, machining and forming technologies. 3, welding and material joining. 4, product innovation and design. Okay, 13, this is one of my pathways, industry sector that was in my credential as well. As an example, there are 4 pathways in here. 1 is the marketing, 2, professional sales, 3, entrepreneurship, self-employment, product innovation, and design. I use the entrepreneurship, self-employment in here as my class, and the student will go and compete, and sometimes the student will have like a company where they have a president, CFOs, to have them run the business and go compete and take them to like LA convention to show their products as well. So it's kind of fun for them, and at the same time learning the leadership portion of it. And 14 industry sector is the public services. There's 3 pathways in here. 1 is the public safety. Second one, emergency response. Third one, legal practices. Go ahead. Last but not least, in here on the industry sector for transportation, there are 3 pathways in this transportation sector. 1 is the operations. The second one is structural repair and refinishing, and then system diagnostic service and repair. So I'm gonna go over in here on the pathways for each industry sector to just kind of go backward and share with you the different pathways that might be interested in your areas and expertise that you like to probably pursue. So if you could just hold on, and I'll go back and go backward in here. So if you could, I'm gonna go all the way to 15 industry sector and go over each pathway. That way you will understand which one I'm talking about. So on the transportation industry sector, the first one is operation. What are they doing in there? What are some of the things that you will learn in operation pathways? Here, it's to prepare students on the operation. And the first one on letter A, it's prepare students to post-secondary employment and education in a variety of career opportunities in the transportation industry, including but not limited to like harbors, ports, warehousing, marine applications, airplanes, trains, vehicles, and specialty equipment. So that's just one pathways. The second one in transportation is structural repair and refinishing pathway. If you're interested in that pathway, it's prepare student to post-secondary education and employment in the transportation industry, including but not limited to body and frame straightening, estimating, painting, and refinishing. The last one is the system diagnostic service and repair. This one is to employment in the transportation industry, which includes but not limited to motor vehicles, rail system, marine application, small engines, and specialty equipment. So are there any questions? I know that you might have questions or a particular industry sectors that you want me to go over. No. So if you could go back to 14 industry sector, there you go. On the public safety pathway, this pathway Oh, child development. Okay, let me go to child development. Can you go over to child development slide, which is, I believe, it's on the is that number 5? 1 second. All right, the child development. Okay, on the first pathway on child development, you will pursue a career in the field of child care and development for infants, toddlers, and young children. The occupation sample associated with this pathway is your child care worker, child development specialist, child psychologist, family service advocate. So that's the child development pathway. The next one for consumer service is that it designed to prepare students for career, helping customers, including credit counselors, consumer reporters, writers, and consumer affair directors. Sample occupation for this is the media, product demonstrator, customer service representative, personal financial advisor, and accountant, and credit counselor. And then the education pathway is that student in this pathway prepare student for professional or learning support positions in education, pre-kindergarten through grade 12. And this pathway sample occupations, example like before, after school program aide, primary, secondary school teachers, school counselor, educational administrator, and then the speech therapist and the education pathway. And the family and human services, this is focused on increasing demand for family assistance. You learn employment and management skills, such as positive guidance and professional behavior and standards, and laws and regulation related to the field. You will learn about nutrition, health, aging, and safety. And here, the sample occupation for family and human services is that it's a personal care assistant, human services program specialist, social outreach directors, community organizational director, and the family and human services. One second, let me see. Okay. All right. And Regina, you're interested in tourism, hospitality. Okay. If you could please move into the that's number 10. There you go. So in this hospitality, tourism, and recreation, the first one is about, the first pathway is about food, science, dietetics, and nutrition. What is this pathway about? The food science, dietetic, and nutrition pathway is focused on three specializations centered on the science of food and its relationships to the health and well-being of individuals. And the sample occupations associated with this pathway is food demonstrator, certified fitness nutritionist, registered dietitians. And then the second one on the pathway of food service and hospitality pathway is it's an in-depth hands-on experiences that emphasize industry awareness, sanitation, and safe food health handling, food and beverage production, nutrition, food service management, and customer services. So these sample occupation associated with this pathway is that you can become food expeditor, restaurant manager, banquet and catering director, research chef, executive chef. And the third pathway is hospitality, tourism, and recreation. And this pathway have a broad experiences related to the specific industry segments, including industry awareness, organizational management, customer service, sales and marketing, facilities management, lodging, travel destinations and reservation, ticketing, and itineraries. Sample occupation associated with this pathway is become a guest services agent, director of conference services, you can certified meeting, event planner, a theme park director, and there's a lot of pathways that can go beyond that pathways to an occupation associated to that pathways. And somebody said, let's see, engineering industry. So that's Rolando, engineering industry, interested in engineering. Number, let's see, gotta go back. That's not number 7. All right, on number 7 on the industry sector of the state, the California state, is there are about 4 pathways in this pathway. One is called architectural design. What do you do in the architectural design pathway? It's provide learning opportunities for students interested in preparing for careers in such areas as architecture, industrial design, and civil engineering. Sample pathways example here is to become a drafter, an architect, structural design, building department plan examiner, a city planner on that pathway. An engineering technology pathway provides learning opportunities for students interested in preparing for careers in design, production, or maintenance of mechanical, electrical, electronics, and computer and electromechanical system in and products. You can become a sample occupation here that associated with this pathway is a surveyor, a research and development analyst, engineering technologies, field engineer, operations engineer. So that's the sample. And the third one in engineering design is different. It's in this you provide learning opportunities for students interested in preparing for careers in the design and production of mechanical, electrical, and computer systems. Sample occupations for this pathway is a mechanical electrical drafter, design engineer. You can become manufacturing design engineer, project architect. The last one in environmental engineering, one second, let's see, Rolando. In engineering design, does this include research and development? One second, let's see. Let me see on the third one. Research. Let me go over. Okay, so engineering design pathway provide learning opportunities that prefer design, production, or mechanical, electrical, and computer system. That I believe in the engineering design probably will also include research and development in here, but I need to double check on that. One second. Let me see. I believe that in each of these engineering design that will include the research development in it. If you go in depth, I'm just kind of go over on the pathways and what they do. So I'm pretty sure that it will also include on the design of research and development as well. But let me go over also the environmental engineering pathway part of it as a portion. In this, environmental engineering design that include design and development processes. It include equipment systems that are used to create, monitor, prevent, or correct environmental events and conditions. So the sample occupations associated with this pathway is the environmental safety technician, uh, environmental specialist, environmental analyst, environmental scientist, air pollution control engineer. And so those are just the sample occupation associated with that pathways. There are many, many different types of pathways that go beyond this one. When you go to look onto the labor departments where they have all these career pathways. Okay, you're welcome. Are there any specific industry sector that you also interested besides James, Rolando, and Regina that you would like me to go over? So let me. Any questions? Let me see if I can go back up for a minute. Okay, energy, environment, and utilities. I don't think that I went through that one. So if you guys want me to go over that, I can go over the energy, environment, and utilities. That's not number 6. So let's see. So in here on the energy, environment, and utilities, I know it's not a popular, can you go to public service again? Okay, can you go ahead to the public service, please? I think that's a number industry sector. I believe that might be 14, number 14 on the public services. All right, on the public services, there are 3 pathways here: public safety, emergency response, legal practices. In here on the public safety pathway, you can prepare students with broad-based foundational knowledge in career that involves safety. This educational foundation can assist a student who wish to pursue related professional training at the post-secondary level. They will gain experience through classroom instruction, hands-on training, and community post-secondary level. They can involve integration of public safety organization where connect to the federal and state intelligence and security agencies. You coordinate effort and share mission to protect the public in post-secondary and areas of emphasis on these pathways. So the career that involved in here, a sample occupation associated with this pathway is you can become animal control worker, correctional officer, probation officer, law enforcement officer, loss prevention specialist, military service, etc. And so and the second one is emergency response. This one is designed student coursework in preparation for a number of careers in this field. A sample occupation for here in this pathway is you can become a firefighter 1, a firefighter 2, wildland firefighter, emergency medical technician, EMT, a fire prevention technician, emergency response dispatcher, and emergency response pathway. Now, on the legal practices, here in this pathway, student prepares with a broad-based foundation of knowledge pertaining to the various types of law and legal practice and provides a foundation of basic skills necessary to at all levels in the legal professions. You can become the sample occupation associated with this pathway and legal practices is you can become a paralegal, you can be a court reporter, law librarian, legal researchers, a lawyer. So I hope that Tia help you on this public service from the human services. So these are 3 pathways. So I hope that answer your question, Tia. I'll wait for your answer.
I was thinking that human services would be in the same sector as the public services, but it isn't. So, but thank you.
Right. I believe it will be probably under the health.
Okay.
So if you want, did I go over each of the health? Let me see, what number is the health industry? It's on number 9. And the health science and medical technology. Right. To become the first pathway for biotechnology, if you want to understand that, is about solving biomedical problem and creating products to improve quality of human life. And sample occupation associated with this pathway is you become clinical trial research coordinator, forensic pathologies, biostatistician, genetic lab assistant on this one. And then the second one for patient care pathway, here it's about function involved in the prevention, treatment, management of illness, and preservation for mental and physical well-being through the services offered to medical and allied health professions. And here you can become a kinesiotherapist, a nurse, anesthetist. You can occupation in respiratory therapist, radiologic technician, dental hygienics, and patient care pathway. And here on the third one, on C, healthcare administrative. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, very good. And the healthcare administrative service pathway is, you can include site administrator in here, manager, attorneys, receptionists, secretaries, billing and coding specialists, health informatics technician, become accountants, managers, and other knowledge worker that support the process of patient care. Here you can become sample occupation on this pathway. For number C is clinical data specialist, ethicist, medical illustrator, healthcare administrator. And the D for healthcare operational service, operational support services is apply to occupation job function in environment and support system in the delivery of healthcare. Like, for example, occupation is clinical simulator technician, central service technician, hospital management engineer, materials manager. And then an E is the public community health pathway. In here, it's you apply to occupational functions involved primarily in environmental health. I know I have 2 minutes and I'll try to go as much as I can and giving you this share information. In here in public and community health pathway, you have sample occupation in community, health workers, epidemiologists, health educator, advocate, and environmentalist. And the letter F, mental and behavioral health, some of the samples of occupation that you can get into is mental health therapist, outreach coordinator, psychologists, psychiatrists, technicians, mental health research. So those are the things that occupation samples for that industry pathways. So if you could just go over all the way down to the last 15 industry sector on the slide, please, before we have 1 minute. I just wanted to kind of like give them a little. Okay, one more down. And again, the more skills and certification you had, the more information and higher chance that you get hired faster. And of course, the skills and problem solving, communication skills and teamwork is very important part of the solution to become join in the workforce for students when they graduate and become join into the workforce. Go on one more, please. Go ahead, one more. Go down. More. One more. One more, and let's see if I have the question in here. And of course, as you could see on all those 15 industry sectors, these are the highest expectation from year 2022 to year 2032 occupation as the most job openings under the education health services. One more, let me see. And questions, of course, in the chat, who can tell me which industry sectors belong to the following pathways under the environmental resources, energy and power technology, telecommunications. And thank you very much for your joining me. And I hope that you have an informative and way of going into any of the industry pathways for going into teaching in career technical education besides academic credentials. All right, thank you. And of course, the question someone asked, which in this pathway are the high demand is the health and science industry sector. And I guess, will there be a link to the survey? Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for everything. We appreciate your information.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. So which way?